Greetings, my fellow specters of the sea ice. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Biotech, The First Wendigo. Episode 9, Vatgrown Colonist. Orange Chaos. Let's get you back to work. Because I suspect we're going to be using a lot of steel if I'm building a biolab. So boss, let's get you enslaved so I can have you fertilize 2 eggs and hopefully, fingers crossed, end up with something good. Oh, hi, mech cluster. With a suppressor for females that is already active. Why aren't you a gem? So you are making pikemen. Is there a call? Ugh, I hate the pulsing effect. I don't think that there's a drop attacker. So the Tesseron is really the only dangerous thing here. The turrets I can shut down with a smoke launcher. And then, of course, the pulsar is right next to an unstable power cell, which happens to be lined up with my door. So that's kind of convenient. Oh, is this another case of this stupid solar flare is going to knock out my entire farm? Grenades? Yeah. Opening attack of a grenade on the Tesseron wouldn't be a terrible idea, but only if I have smoke to cover me. And I would need to make said smoke launcher. So, I am going to change the research to accommodate that over to gunsmithing so I can make a smoke launcher. So smoke in a smoke launcher stops turrets from seeing you. You can stand in a smoke cloud or behind a smoke cloud to break a turret's ability to fire on you. And smoke also will... smoke launchers are an allowable weapon for slaves to use without raising the rebellion values. So Cathanon says threats for children at age 3 are 0, and then 50% at 13, and at 18 it's 100%. And it scales linear up from there. Got it. So here's boss. And he is going to be re-imprisoned. And I'll check the ovum in just a second, or the egg. But wearing clothing that you're not like... Oh, really? Really? Every time. Every time. You guys don't learn. You silly little slaves. Oh, this is a traditional berserk. This isn't even like a refusal to submit. Okay, he's downed. I'm gonna capture him. Zilla took a punch to a peg leg, so you don't even feel it. Alright, egg number 1. We have slow learner, gaunt head, and slow... Was slow runner? Yeah, slow runner is also an unwanted one. So that's a no. How do we even have slow runner? Where'd that come from? Oh, because Neanderthals have it. Egg number 2. He is acceptable, right? Yeah. There's nothing in here which is a problem. We have reduced pain. So again, we have reduced pain, which is a must-have gene, right? And we don't have... So if we take a look at the wasters, I think the easiest way to analyze this is if we take a look at the wasters, what we don't want for wasters is a gaunt head. And what we don't want for Neanderthals is the slow learner. So this embryo here is Wendy approved. Awesome. We have a Wendy approved embryo. So I can either implant it or grow it in a vat, and well, I'm growing it in a vat. But that's going to have to wait until I get the associated technology unlocked. And that suppressor really sucks because it's shutting down Wendy and Zilla. Finally, a new colonist. Finally, a colonist. Not even a new. Like will literally be the first one. All right, Zilla, get up and feed and tend boss. And thank you, boss, for your contributing genes. I guess. You need work. There you go. So Sky, you can be egg stripped. Yep. Extract. Basalo, you also can be egg stripped. The problem that I'm going to have doing this, actually, is that with the psychic suppressing, my chance of a positive medical outcome is pretty low. There's no way to destroy the unusable eggs. As you can see, there's no destroy gizmo, so I have to sell it. It's the only way that I know how. Or like I could transport pod it off to nowhere, I guess. But destroying it is not something you can do. You could burn them. I don't actually. What is their flammability? 0. You'd have to throw grenades at them. Nothing like saying screw your genome by throwing grenades at it. Zilla's having a real hard time patching up boss with the half of our brains being buzzed right now. It's gross. Where are you going? Oh, because that is outside of standard bot zone. Does selling show the difference? What I would do is I would just make sure to forbid the ones that I don't want to sell, or to move them, or to grow vat them, or whatever. But yeah, you're definitely right in to worry. It is definitely a potential for a mistake. So now that I have the updated external walling, I'm going to update the home zones that are dreadfully incorrect and outdated. Okay, that looks right. Yeah, I saw on the genes trait the Neanderthal slow runner should be highlighted. It is for the dirt mold, but not the Neanderthal, so that's something we'll have to fix later. So once we get gunsmithing, I'll get a smoke launcher manufactured. I'll take out this mech cluster, and then I can re-egg extract, research growth vats, yeah, yada, yada, yada. So right now, make a smoke launcher and take out the cluster. Them's the goals. Because I don't have a smoke launcher already, or even a smoke pot belt. Not that they last long enough. Am I going to airlock the southern caves with stone doors for fires? I could at some point. It's not really that high up on my list of things to do. What is a little bit higher up now that Kish is done is to wall off this area to stop potential infestations for being on the wrong side of this wall. That's another project for Kish. OC, you're almost done with this node. Let's finish that up. Gunsmithing is done. Vasalo's genes can be pulled, and as is Boss's pretty soon. Harduk, is there work for you? No, there isn't. Zilla's really going through a lot of stone. I'm going to be able to make some fine floors, I think, with all that yield. And Orange Chaos, it is time for you to power down for now. But I'm going to have you power down in the base in case I need you in a pinch. Definitely keep your tough robots close. Oh, you caught the plague. Well, I guess I can have you bed rested. You've been actually very, very helpful, so may seem odd all of you, but she's definitely coming up as a net benefit. Okay. Thanks, Sky. He's down. That was quick. I guess I can tend to them. My medical skills becoming pretty exceptional given all the unethical science experiments that I've been performing. Alright, standard bot zoning, I am going to include the farm because there's a lot of stuff in there that I wouldn't mind hauled with Soulwine. Just so that Wendy doesn't have to do it. Boss's genes regrew. Whoa! We have, oh, I punched your clothing off. And you're unconscious again. Oh, I, removed your arm. You're welcome. Oh, and you're missing a leg. These berserk / social fights are getting pretty spicy. Oh, not meds for you. I'm just stopping the bleeds. I don't really care about the rest of the stuff. They've all been fed, so they're fine. Yeah, she'll be okay. So did we gene... We haven't yet gene extracted boss because of the whole fighting situation. Let's go bring boss over there because Vassallo's genes just regened as well. The other issue is I was planning on taking on this mech cluster with Zilla with a smoke launcher, which means I'm not going to be taking on the mech cluster just yet because we'll want Zilla plague-free and recovered first. Yeah, we have permafrost flooring here. Eventually I'll add floors to everything, but it's just a lot more work than it's worth at the moment. What's funny is that there was a lot of YouTube comments going, remove the snow! And I'm like, there is no snow. It's just ice. I live on magical ice. This is Disney's worst medical experiment. It's actually not the worst thing Disney's ever done. Alright, Zilla. How close are you? You are 93. Okay. I'm not so worried about her, because, you know, she's just a slave. She dies. I'll replace her. So with that done... Oops. Deleted the wrong half of that. Take out the cluster. I think until we take out the cluster, I'm going to research growth vats. We extracted ugly out of boss. Oh, yay. Good, good. That's what I wanted. Little ugly extraction. Vassallo, I think yours regened, so let's have you extracted too. And Wendy should be up soon, ready to fight. So Zilla, you still have major plagues. I'm going to wait until that lowers, because your consciousness... Actually, funny enough, because of the psychic suppression, the plague isn't changing consciousness at all. So that minus 20%, I'm already at 50% max, so it doesn't matter, but the manipulation matters. Oh my god, your manipulation is so bad. Alright, we're down to minor, so at least it's a little faster, but watching Zilla trying to tend Sky is honestly hilarious. So I'm researching growth vats so I can grow my first colonist. They'll be ugly, but they will be able to take wake up without an addiction, which is kind of nice. They will have reduced pain, so they're harder to knock out. They will be cold tolerant, that's nice too. Pollution stimulus, not that I have pollution on this map tile, but if I did, they would benefit from it, which is kind of cool. And then strong immunity, so they won't get as sick as easy. And they're also completely toxic immune, which means I can use toxic warfare and not risk them falling victim to toxic traps. So genes in 11 days, in 14 days, and in 15 days. So we're just waiting on the eggs, and the eggs is as a result of I don't trust my manipulation right now, trying to do surgeries because of that suppressor. So we're just waiting for Zilla to recover a little bit more from the plague, so I am not suffering penalties, so that Zilla can help me clear it out. Hunger rate 200%. We eat visitors. We eat people. That doesn't matter at all. Most of my colony are robots, so it's not like hunger is a important factor for me to be careful about. Wow, that person I just butchered did not have a lot of meat on their bones. Oh, no, you know, it's probably due to my consciousness penalties. Not the fact that they are meatless. Kish, do you need work? Here you go. Here's some work. Solwayne, that looks like you need work, so I'm going to put you on recharge group 1. Combat supplier. Nice. Let's eject all genes. And I'm going to hold on to the strong stomach, robust digestion, strong immunity. Which is funny, because it's actually worth less. I don't know why. And sell the rest, because the rest I didn't really care about. I would consider buying that, but it comes paired with mild UV sensitivity, and no thanks. I don't really need to be sun shy. Nothing else I could buy here? Not really. The flake and the tea would be good for the future colonist to be able to consume for their addictions. Is the price calculated? I don't really know how the price is calculated, so I'm not going to speculate. Nice. Good amount of silver. All right, let's rebank this. Okay, growth vats are done. Back to monthly analyzer. And I wouldn't mind... Are growth vats movable? I forget. I'm going to get a growth vat up so I can start growing my colonist. You have a little bit ways to go. So back to multi-analyzing. I do have some extra weapons in storage. Yeah, let me move the beacon around. Where is it? Here it is. Sell more of the junk that I don't need. Oh, yeah, I see the problem. It's not powered in its current spot. It's one of the reasons why eventually getting a stockroom might be nice, so that I don't have to tinker with this that much. I wouldn't mind tech print jump pack, but currently with the psych penalties that I'm facing, the deals, the cost in the deals is really, really bad. So here we go. Yeah, you can actually see the embryos. So what I'm going to try to do is to sell the embryos I don't want, but don't worry, I'm going to do it well. So here's the one I want, right? This is the golden one. So I am going to caravan Wendy so that I load this one up. And then it should only show 3 embryos left that I can sell safely, knowing that the embryo that I want stored was in my inventory the whole time. So no problem there. And now we have 4,700 silver. Quite a lot. Yeah, the growth vat is very small. Very small. Yeah, growth vats can hold humans from age 0 to age 18. At age 18, you get kicked out of them. You can't grow past 18. There's not really a reason for me... Well, for me to grow colonists, it makes sense to grow up to 18, but for me to grow egg donors, I just grow up to 16. Prepare a while. Maybe I can pit them against the mechs. I'm going to try that. So, mechs inside, everyone else inside. Wendy. You are so slow. So I am purposely closing this door so there's no valid pathing anymore, and then I'm going to have another one of these robots pop the cluster, keeping Wendy safe behind a wall the whole time. All my mechs should be in dormant self-charge. You can go undraft. So, raiders want a valid target, but the valid target doesn't have to be my colony. It can be mechanoids. So if I wake up the mech cluster, they then become the valid target instead. So, Wendy, you can just stay there. It's close enough. I think. Nope, a little closer. And it's a really inexpensive robot for me to replace. It's already downed. Perfect. Didn't even get damaged all that much, just some leg. So this is now the valid target for raiders, and you'll be able to see what a Tesseron does. They're very cool. So they're fighting Inliar, which is the civil outlander union that I betrayed. And there's a decent amount of them. Power to them. Good luck. Here they go. Blast fire. Cheers. Oh, you can see the difference now between the mech assembler mech and the regular mechs. There's a color difference, which is cool. And it's also possible that I'll take a slave or two off of this. We'll see. Tesseron, I want... Oh, there we go. Boom. Love it. everything in that path takes damage. So Lee here is a hussar. Probably not going to be able to capture Lee because Lee's going to get murdered pretty badly. And as you can see, the other raiders are attacking the same mech cluster. Yeah, Lee died. Only Branny, the male granny, the boy granny, survived. Hey, Zill, grab a smoke launcher. So the Tesseron went down. There's some enemy Militors. I bet the humans die off, but this makes it a lot easier on me, given that the charge blaster's gone. The Inferno turret is burning. Yeah, okay. Let's see. Unwaveringly loyal, so that's not helpful. You don't have good... I mean, you're dead in 3 hours, so I'm not even going to make it out to you. Alright. Let's rally. Escort. And go. Actually, Kish, I want you on Group 1, too. All robots come with me. You guys aren't going to starve, right? No, they'll be fine. Sort of fine. Tesserons are mean against vampires? Yeah, it's a fire-based weapon. Anything flame-based is very dangerous to vampires. So if possible for me to save the unstable power cell, like, I'll try, but it's not my priority number 1. It's not even priority number 4. So what mechs do they have? They have a pikeman. I don't see any others. Let's keep an eye on that. Alright, so Zilla, you're going to lay down some smoke, let's say here. I'll get the robots ready to go. Maybe get a little closer. Oh, this is Solwane. Oops. Waza, you go. Don't really need a lifter bot to do that. Group 2, you're going to be working. Slowing, go work. I don't know what the pikeman is doing. Where is the pikeman? It just wandered off? Oh no, it's back there. So there's 2 pikemen up. They are turretless now. I think what I'm going to do is try to draw them back to me. So they do it now. They're not turretless. They have a mini slugger. But I'm going to try to draw them in so that I have a little bit easier time bringing them into melee range. Because they're not going to make another pikeman for almost a full day. Come on, pikeys. Harduke, you can go to work. Alright, 1 pike down. Come on. Oh, you know, this pikeman is very damaged. I might just go push it. Because Orange Chaos has a built-in shield belt. Which means it's not too much of a danger. It's already gone. Wendy, fix Wally. Orange Chaos, go bash the mini turret. Zilla, lay down smoke. Tunnelers, yeah, they have a shield pack by default. As you can see, a 250 essentially shield belt. Good meat, too, out here. And possibly better weapons. Like, this heavy SMG is definitely better than Wendy's garbage. Even though it's masterwork, but auto pistol doesn't pack a lot of punch. Ta-da! Alright, my brain's working again. Zoning, unrestricted, mechs, Harduke to the farm, and yeah, there's the restrictions. Good. Brain works. I'm gonna go grab that heavy SMG, and then bring this unstable power cell into the base for some free power. Really? You couldn't just celebrate my victories, Vassallo? No, don't fire. That wouldn't even matter because you have a smoke launcher. Hi, bud. Yoda. I have to, like, shove treats into his face. Are you even alive? Like, do I need proof of life? Yeah, he's okay. Alright, so now that my brain isn't 50% fried, I can do the egg extractions for Vassallo and Sky. I think it's going to be a little easier for Zilla to tend to them first. And then I also want a ritual room, which is a little obnoxious. But we just hit the threshold for that. He's up. He's moving around now. Sort of. Why am I under attack? I must have missed something. Oh, yeah, there's a Militor here. Hello, Militor. I don't have, at the moment, don't have numbers installed. Nor will I be installing it, so it's every now and then enemies will slip my gaze. So you must have... Yeah, I left that door open. Are there other Militors? It's weird that the mech cluster would say it was defeated when there were still enemies that came in with it. Like, that seems maybe like a bug, if you ask me, because the mech cluster shouldn't have been defeated until the Militor was destroyed. So, I don't know. Probably needs to get reported. That'd just be my 2 cents. Maybe it was down and got back up. Robots don't repair themselves over time. It's not like they experience pain, so once they're down forever. So, although that's a really good guess, that's not what it was. Because robots don't have the concept of, like, oil that recovers over time or something like that, you know what I mean? There's no mechanic that would allow them to become less incapacitated over time. Can slaves educate? Yes, they can. As you can see, they can do childcare. They just can't warden. I don't know how well they'll do it, but you're welcome to experiment. So the current priority now is growth vat, the first colonist, and research. So I think Kish is building this growth vat. Does Wendy have time to raise the kid? Ha ha! You think she's gonna raise a child? Sorry, I didn't mean to laugh at you, but my lord, no. Is she not gonna raise kids? Wow. I needed a good laugh. No, she's gonna stick them into a vat until they're of egg stripping age. And if they are useful, maybe until they're adults. But yeah, there is no raising children here. She's not nice grandma. She's mad scientist. Ball trader. Hello. Oh, who the heck broke? Oh, so I think the Melitor broke this wall because it didn't have a valid path or something, and then decided to like come attack us. That'd be my guess. Let's see here. I can part with some pretty ruined clothing. Yeah, I'll even get rid of the air wire. I'm not really using it. I think the parkas I'll keep. Well, I have a bunch of good parkas. So these are 2 wool parkas. So the Devil Strand and the t-shirt and the poor parka I'll get rid of. Seems about right. All those munching noises. Alright, so you're patched up entirely, so time to ovum extract. And you are also patched up entirely, so time to ovum extract. So the idea here is essentially just continue to egg extract, and then anytime there are eggs, allowing either slaves or colonists or prisoners to fertilize. So I have to re-enslave boss. That's fine. And the growth vat is almost ready. Oh, was there wood to buy? Yeah, it might be not a bad idea for me to buy wood if there's wood available. Thanks for the reminder. And there was. So Sloane can tend to that. I do have 1 egg that is a viable colonist. And we're getting to it now. Alright, Wendy. So, I also need to fill the growth vat with nutrition in order for the thing that we're putting in there to actually grow. So, I'm gonna fill the growth vat with rice first. Otherwise, the embryo starves and you end up killing it. Don't want to do that. Rice-grown children. Exactly. Human meat would be more fitting for a Wendigo? While you're not wrong, you don't get to enjoy eating human meat until you're actually a being. So I'm not going to waste my human meat in that way. Maybe if I have even more of an abundance or extra farming, or not farming, extra cooking help. But I would need a freezer in here. Okay, so there it is. It is full, and now I'm hauling the embryo. Thunk. So 9 days, we'll have this being done. A hulking, cold-tolerant, strong immunity, totally toxic immune, pollution-stimulated, reduced pain, and aggressive Generation 1? That's fast compared to pregnancy? It sure is. Alright, you guys had your egg stripped. So, boss, I just need to re-enslave you. So that we can fertilize again. Now, the other thing I have to avoid... Well, I don't have to, but should avoid is incest. So, the reason to avoid incest is when you commit incest... See the middle bottom? The middle bottom gene there? Yeah, you end up getting a lot of inbred. And that's a gene that we want to avoid. So, not allowing for a boss crossed with Vassallo child or whomever to ever breed with another boss cross Vassallo is going to be important for us to avoid the inbred gene that we don't want to pick up. And if you do commit incest, there's an, I think, 80% chance of it being inbred. So you could just play the numbers game and hope that it doesn't affect you, but chances are it will. Are we going to keep track of the generation? No. No. It's basically just, you're not a Wendigo or you're a Wendigo, and once we have Wendigos, we win. But Wendigos are not easy to get. I'm not tracking ancestry. It's basically, you are an offspring of Wendy or not. Because the game warns you with a lot of alerts and all that when you risk incest. So it's not something that we have to ourselves calculate. All right, current priorities. I'm going to kick it to all you. I am building a biolab on here. And then, so that I expand upon it. The next step of biolab would be like a prison facility or something like that. So, there you go. You vote on what we're doing next. And the current priority is research. Oh. Darn it. Right as I walk up to him, he's like, oh, time to sleep. I see Wendy coming. So, Kish, you don't have work at the moment? You break that down. I'll come up with more tasks for Kish, I am sure. There's actually one other thing that we could have built, but my colony wealth dropped enough that it's no longer required, which was a ritual room. It was briefly required, and then, like, I guess my wealth dropped or whatever. The expectations dropped. And yeah, I'm gonna put a shelf for the rice in the growth room. Because the soul vein is like hauling to it constantly, which is not necessary at all, given that there's plenty of nutrition left. Get simple meals. Don't want simple meals anymore. Yeah, there we go. I don't believe that the temperature of the growth vat matters. It's not going to affect the embryo one way or another if it's like a frozen room or not. I did heat it so that the snow would melt, but I don't really care other than that. I will, however, start to floor up the rest of the base, given that Orange Chaos has some power, so that I can avoid more filth, because we're getting pretty filthy. So it looks like, to me, building mechs is something that we're going to consider soon. So Orange Chaos, let's get you back to mining. This looks like a pretty good spot to mine. Ooh, wool. Not bad. What mechs should I build? So here's the first of maybe a few polls. A mix of work and combat. Combat will work. So Cleanerbot might be nice. Sweeperbot. Here is the current options that I have, just to show you. I could do an Agrihand. I don't think it's necessary. A Clean Sweeper, a Constructoid, a Lifter, and Militoid. Militor, rather. Pikeman, Scorcher, Scyther, or a second Tunneler. So the Pikeman, Scorcher, and Scyther all take 2 broad bandwidth, and then the Tunneler takes 3. So if I make a Tunneler, I can only make a Tunneler and nothing else. I don't think it's necessary, given that I already have a Tunneler, but just figured I'd mention it. And 7.5 days till birth. Not bad. Not bad at all. Thank you for tuning in to the first Wendigo, which originally streamed live on Twitch November 3rd. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my gaming community, Rhadamant.com has a link to Discord, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. A special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that made it all the way to the credits and support the channel. I'll catch you in next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Wendigo.